All right, Mr. E here, back with the extended read for BS report number 67. Now, we saw a couple of interesting things in this read, and I meditated a little bit and played around with it. Three things. Number one is we're in the soulmate energy, we're in the power pair kind of thing that came up yesterday. All of a sudden, we got two pair of twos, and we got some other signs of people coming together. And then these cards popped out to the side at the very end after the outcome. Now, the outcome of the read is the Two of Cups, but then we had this betrayal card that's kind of lurking back there. It's like almost like there was some mess. And every one of us, let's get honest, every one of us has a mess in our rearview mirror somewhere. Every one of us does, and that becomes our spiritual puzzle to put together the pieces in our minds and our hearts about that there is no such thing as betrayal. And when we really learn that there's no such thing as betrayal, that betrayal in fact is a shame wearing a mask and it's just an opportunity for love and healing, then we can sing a song of love. And that's what the page of New Earth comes out and says, no, it's time to sing a song of new love and really, really speak the truth, in every sense of difficulty in our life. Once we transcend the pain, then all of a sudden we can sing a new song of love, and we get the Ten of Cups moment. So the Two of Cups moment is the soulmate card that's coming together. The Ten of Cups is like, no, this is what happens after two people come together, keep their cups full, and they keep adding cups to it, get through the cups, and they're together in a way that changes everybody's lives. And that's my dream. I don't know if that's your dream. I love the idea of two people together coming together with so much light and love that there's more light and love and everybody around you is elevated. And I think that's where it's going. And what you're doing is you're building a bridge, but you're not just building one bridge. You're building three bridges, okay? The first bridge is the bridge in your mind to correct all the perceptions, so to correct the build the bridge in your mind. And you can't do that yourself. You have to ask for divine assistance. Say, no, I want my divine alignment. I don't want to have a split mind anymore. I want to build a bridge, and I can't do it, God. Would you build it for me? Build the bridge so that my mind isn't split, so I see everything as one and see everything in love. That's the first bridge, okay? That's the first bridge we want to build. And the second build we want to build, the bridge, is we want to build it with somebody else. And we can't do that either without the help of the divine, and that's the third bridge. So build a bridge in your mind and get help with that. And the second bridge is build a bridge with somebody else who's built a bridge in their mind. And then what you do is you build bridges to other minds. So build a bridge is really like creating really solid spiritual links to, and I've never seen it that way. This card. Like build a bridge. Well, where are we building the bridge to? Well, the bridge is inside. Oh my God, the bridge is inside to correct the perceptions of a separated mind and bring me into wholeness so that there's no, there's simply a bridge. There's a togetherness now inside of me. I'm going to read this poem, and then I'm going to clarify with the Black Sheep Tarot, which is the same deck, a few different pictures. Gosh, look at that. On the bottom is the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is really out today. Matter of fact, I spoke to the Ten of Cups yesterday. And we had a beautiful, beautiful union on the phone, and we're building a bridge right now. It's really cool. So we saw this Five of Swords right in the middle of the read. We've got the Chief say sitting still, the Queen of Cups saying sit, open up your intuition. King of Wands says master your desire. The Page of Coins says thank you, thank you, thank you. And then we got these two beautiful couples cards. Then we got this card that turned upside down says, hey, pay attention to me. And we got to pay attention to it because there's no major arcana in this read, which is very interesting. But it relates back to a poem in The Gift is Listening, okay? The Enlightened Relationship for Guide for Men, channeled this about 6 or 7 years ago. A modern shamanic exploration of relationship wisdom shared in 111 musings to unlock the codes to living your now potential. This is number 36, The Urges of Addiction, and you can see that it's written in the form of a light bulb. Urges of addiction are the signal of the next awakening. Denying urges denies your awakening. Go into your emotional suffering with love. Very much that's what the Five of Swords represents, somebody being left in emotional suffering. It may not happen the first time or the second. You must keep going. Even if it takes you to your knees and then far beyond into your inability to arrest the spiritual cleansing by your hand, we did it to ourselves, folks. At this point, the magic begins spinning. It is this alchemy that uses the raw materials of your shame and pain to spiral you into a new place of empowerment and joy. We can each create a new energy source for our evolution, for ourselves, and for others. This is the new conscious energy industry that evolves humanity. It is more than sustainability. This is evolutionary. To make evolutionary strides as humanity, it is our highest call of service then to each individually go beyond our addictions, emotional pain, and suffering into and through the passage of the heart. Then we are ready to guide others. We are ready to guide others. So, wow, the urges of addiction, what happens is the urges of addiction strike us. And if we try to hold them back too long and we don't take care of our energetic system and our own self-worth, then we're going to end up falling on the other side into indulgence. And that's what this is. And the indulgence through the addiction got us into a situation that was painful and sharp and gave us and some people around us some very difficult lessons. Okay, so that happened, right? Well, what happened, if we have a proper perspective of it, if we have a proper perspective and we see that people were just getting lost in their minds in addiction, it really wasn't who they were as a real person, then we can start to build a bridge in our mind and say, no. Somebody got lost in the play. I'm not going to take it personal. That came up yesterday too. People got it. I'm not these two things. I'm not taking personally anymore. They're in my rearview mirror, but I'm going to choose to build a bridge and to look at them with one perspective, which is love, which is it's happening to me because I can handle it. And what I really want is right here for me. It's right here for me when I don't succumb to my addictions and don't press them out there. I actually bring that needle in. We saw that needle. It's like, oh, I'm in my addiction. Oh, I'm holding it back. Oh, but then if we come to it, it's like, no, you know what? That's a powerful energy center for me, and then when I get that needle in the middle, that gift I have where I'm not like thinking about my addiction but holding it back and I'm not indulging in it and I can't see life clearly. No, I brought the needle in the balance to my life right here and I became a gift. My heart opened and it wasn't a transaction. I wasn't worried about any of it. I just opened up and life started to bless me because giving and receiving are the same. That's our idea for today. Giving and receiving are the same. Abundance is looking at life and saying, oh, it's all blessing me. Everything is for me. Everything is for my blessing. And it's my choice to build a bridge in my mind and see it that way or not. And that allows us to be in this place where we came together, we came to do it together, and we can access the one choice, one voice, okay? All right, so 8 minutes in, really getting a deeper look at the read. And it's all about I'd be interested if we see the justice card here. It's like letting the scales of justice balance out, noticing that there's all this chaos in our rearview mirror and going, wow, I'm going to get myself together and get my needle in the right place and see where things are for me. So the first one that comes out is a 7. God, these guys were, this is interesting. This happened yesterday with this card too, where we had a 7-7. So there's a pair of 7 of wands and the 7 of coins. So to clarify the 7 of coins, we get the 7 of wands, which is relationship endings, right? All right, there was some relationship endings and it's time to sit still in them. So when a relationship ends, don't try to go get it back, don't try to get it back. Sit still with it. Sit still with it. Keep going. Be persistent. Keep going. What you want is further behind. The next card that comes up is the new play card. Okay, so now the King of Wands, the master of his desire, and the new play card, which is the completion card, the 21st in the major arcana, that's when everything really turns, a completion of some sorts. As you're saying, no, the bridges I'm building in my mind is helping complete my karma without having to lash out, strike out, hold somebody else accountable, try to even the scales myself. I'm just gonna let love be my guide here, build a new bridge, and that's going to give me an entire new play. It's going to change our entire reality when we look at life as from the perspective of one. Right? Let's build a bridge from right and wrong, black and white, rich and poor, all the rest of it. Wow, then the the Queen of Wands comes out, and she's all about sitting still in the nature, in the motherly medicine of the earth. And what's saying is she's saying, you can look at your betrayal and your chaos and your urges of addiction. The Queen of Wands, where the King of Wands has mastered his desires, she is at peace with her desires and saying, look, your desires create a battlefield. Huh. Look at me. It happened a lot. I get it. It's called learning, people. It's called learning. Don't make it a big deal. Don't make it a big deal. And then our old friend, the Three of New Earths, comes out and says, no, now we're going to have a new way of looking at the way we enter into third-party dynamics. So there's some great videos, I think back in the late 50s maybe, of the BS report where we really got into third-party dynamics. And it doesn't have to be a lover, your partner finding somebody else. It might be a job situation or even something that happens on the outside. But how do we deal with, in the compassionate reality, the reality we're going at when we're master of our desires and we get a new play because we built a bridge of one. Inside of our minds, and we become at peace and mastered our desires. And now the clarification of two people coming together with a lot of fire is we're going to create new agreements and a new way of relating, so that if something happens and we go from a 2 situation to a 3 situation, we know how to handle it. It's just called responsibility. It's saying, no, I'm going to stay with my agreements. I'm going to stay with my agreements, and I'm going to stay with my love. I'm going to stay with my truth. I'm going to look at things as 1 and not 2. But that's the only way the third party comes in and makes a destructive situation. The only way that destruction comes in is if that's what you need, because you're not living an honest relationship with yourself. And here comes the Sun card. All right, so the Sun card comes out, and number 19, it's all about transparency and shining light on everything. So our ability to say thank you, even when you get slapped, even when somebody turns your whole life upside down with secrecy and darkness and betrayal and all the rest of those things that happen in the egoic play even when that happens, what's happening is when we choose to go into these. It's interesting because this is a sunset. You can see the sun going down over the ocean in the background, and these are 3 cups raised to 3 people who got themselves in a situation, and we got out of it in a compassionate, beautiful way, and we all up-leveled our life because of it. When we play the game of life like that, the sun shines on everything, and when we recognize that everything we've always wanted is right there, and that's why we're saying thank you. That's why we're saying thank you, because we're acknowledging it's already there. The song that the girl is singing as she offers the coin is Om Hrim Anahata Guru Om. Om Hrim Anahata Guru Om. It is already done. It is already done. My heart is my teacher. The teacher is my heart. Connect me now to the highest intelligence of the universe, and the highest of the intelligence of the universe reveals everything, because everything is already revealed. We live in a transparent universe. You're only fooling yourselves when you hold back the truth. So now to clarify the truth, which is the Ace of Swords, which is saying I'm going to communicate in a new way, we get the 10 of coins. We saw this card yesterday. The 10 of coins comes up. It's like happy family, happy business, happy community, happy everything. It's like everybody, look at the smiles on those people's faces, It's like when we do that, we communicate with precision and we're straight up with people. It's like we get to create happiness and beautiful and abundance and amazing. Do you know why? Because it's already there. It's not hard to create what you want in life when you're straight up with life. It's like if you're not having an experience of something, it's because you've hidden it from yourself. Let the sun shine in and be transparent with all your words. Clean up all your freaking messes. Anybody who's got messes behind them, like, good luck. If you got messes behind, it's that Grateful Dead song, trouble ahead, trouble behind. What's in our mind is going to come out and repeat. And if we have shame about something and we hold it back, and there's a battlefield in our life and we haven't acknowledged and we haven't come to peace with our desires, said the Queen of Wands, we're never going to get ourselves in a situation that's going to be satisfying to our soul. We're not going to get to that moment. So now we got the 10 of coins and the 10 of cups out. And what we got is another 10-10. So now to clarify the soulmate card, the 2 of cups at the very outcome of the read. This is the outcome. All right, there's the Princess of Wands. So the Princess of Wands comes out and she's all about enthusiasm. So in this read now, we have a royal court, less the Prince of Wands. He's been in every other read but this one. We've got the Prince, the Queen, and the King. So the Princess. The Princess is about enthusiasm, saying yes over and over and over to her desire in a responsible, beautiful, upfront way. She's learning how to be responsible, and then becomes the Queen of Wands, which is to be at peace with their desires, and then the King of Wands to master our desires. So we've seen all these wands, especially with the Two of Wands here, with these fiery relationships that are starting all around us now. And it seems like with this eclipse coming up, there's going to be a lot of change. In other words, if you've got messes in your rearview mirror, they're going to be exposed. That's what I'm seeing in this thing, in this eclipse. What's going to happen in this eclipse is messes are going to be exposed. Better now to clean up your messes and listen to the one voice, for the one choice, says the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. So the Emperor, Bindi, is on the bottom of the deck. All right, Bindi and Kiva. The Emperor is somebody that doesn't really take a lot of fluff. They are the Emperor. They are the Emperor. And the Emperor is about appreciation. So I'm going to leave you with this poem and we're going to call it a day. Thank you for being with me. Appreciation is the outcome of our read, and it's appreciating the other in the Two of Cups, right? So to really appreciate the Queen of Cups and the Emperor. So that's intuition and love, and the Emperor's message is number 55. There is no reason to be in judgment of anyone. There is no reason to exercise any agenda or control. Being against anyone or anything reinforces that condition. At this moment, it is time to let go completely of all attempts to fix or solve any problems. Trusting in divine perfection instead of perspective is the mechanism. Feeling self-compassion in every moment activates the mechanism. The world isn't what it appears to be from a conditional perspective. When you are in the heart, you are aware that everything is connected. Divine love allows everything to exist in the form it currently exists. Politics, religion, environment, technology, warlords, and priests. To bring anyone or anything into potential, simply love them, right? That's all we have to do. To bring anybody into harmony with their potential, all we have to do is love them. Simply be in the heart presence with all. Trust, turn your attention to the heart, especially hers. When you love what is, regardless of perspective, you alchemize potential. Potential is everyone's most divine expression. And who better than to show that than the Emperor Bindi? Take care, everybody. God bless. Have a great day. We are growing and changing.